Hey folks, back again here on Devoted Patriots 2 channel, and I've got a little bit of information for you, but more than that, I've got a great video clip for you. Now, before I get into the video clip, let me give you a little bit of backstory of what I wanted to explain to you before the video shows. There's been a lot of people speculating that Marco Rubio would be a good candidate for Trump's VP pick. As a matter of fact, one of the people I listen to quite a bit is a guy named Benny Johnson, and he has predicted that Marco Rubio will be the VP pick for several reasons. And I could actually see his logic in this. Now, Marco Rubio, like several others, have been on the campaign trail in and out with Trump, just putting themselves out there, because most of these people are campaigning again for themselves as well in upcoming Senate races and House races as well. Most people don't realize this, but in 2024, it's not just a presidential race. A third of the Senate, or a third of the House, and the entire Senate goes up for re-election. I believe that's how that works. Going to be a lot of people lose their seats. A lot of things happening. But back to the predictions that Marco Rubio may be the candidate for VP, and Trump has definitely thrown him in as a possibility. Is the fact that Marco Rubio is Hispanic. And Trump is fixing to have a huge issue when he gets back in office with deporting people, with trying to appease the legals versus the illegals, trying to get the American people's support, which I believe he's already got. More than 75% of the population already believes that open borders is a problem. More than 75% of the population believes that illegals should not be able to vote in our elections whatsoever, not just federal elections, but whatsoever. And so we do have a real dilemma here going on in our country that is kind of being force-fed on us. And I believe that Marco Rubio can make the difference as vice president, maybe to be the guy that helps with the deportation process. Maybe he'll be the border czar like Kamala, but actually get something done. Maybe handle all relations involving the Hispanic community versus the illegal immigrant influx. Just makes sense to me. 20% of this country now is Hispanic. More than 20% of Texas is Hispanic, and it would not hurt Trump at all to have a Hispanic VP versus a black one, or a white one, or a female, or just whatever. I think it would actually be one of the more beneficial picks he could make as far as trying to pull in voters if he's to go that route. But my deal is I want him to pick a VP pick that can take over the reins in 4 years as the next conservative MAGA movement contender. Now, Marco Rubio had a little bit of a spat with this lady from Meet the Press. Her name is Kristen Welker. Come on every Sunday morning, and they're discussing the election, illegal immigration, and a little bit about abortion as well. And Marco Rubio, he sounds like the man for the job. He stands firm on what he believes. I've never really followed him very closely before in the past. He's not a very outspoken guy that I've noticed. Don't see a lot of video clips and things about him, a lot of things that he has done for the state, for Florida. Maybe he's done some things, but I just really haven't done the research, and he doesn't stick out as a fighter to me. But at the same time, we're starting to see maybe that side of him for the first time. Starting with this interview right here, just to let you know that he's not weak-kneed. Maybe he just needed to find his voice, and I'll give him that. Let's go ahead and get into the video, folks. But this Kristen Welker kind of gets it thrown right back at her, not once, but twice at least, with a couple short video clips. Here we go. Says the most notable from this exchange on immigration on NBC. Meet the Depressed. Christian Welker has nothing for Rubio on immigration once he blows past her attempt to I don't even know what that word is, and appeals to authority. Note she does not contest Rubio on pathway to citizenship. To coques, I don't know what that word is right here, folks. That is a new one to me. Maybe a Spanish word, but we're going to go ahead and get into the video.
Let's move on to immigration. If reelected, Donald Trump has said he's willing to build migrant detention camps and deploy the U.S. military to deport the more than 11 million undocumented immigrants in this country. It would be the largest deportation operation in American history. Do you support that plan?
11 million. That's an outdated. That was the number 10 years ago. We're talking upwards of 20, 25, maybe 30 million. Well, There's been almost 10 million people that have entered this country unlawfully in the last 3 years.
To the question, would you support it?
The number varies big time. I mean, it's another 9 to 10 million people just in the last 3 years. The answer to your question is yes. We cannot absorb 25, 30 million people who entered this country illegally. They're here illegally. What country on earth would tolerate that? We don't even know who most of these people are. They talk about vetting them with what? They're coming from nations that don't even have document systems in many cases. Yes, we are going to have to do something, unfortunately. We're going to have to do something dramatic to remove people from this country that are here illegally, especially people we know nothing about. But 10 million, 11 million, that was the number 15 years ago. Today, it's upwards of probably 25 to 30 million, maybe more.
Senator, here's what you said about Donald Trump's mass deportations proposals in 2016. Take a look.
I don't think it's reasonable to say you're going to round up and deport 11 million people. I don't.
Now she's using his words against him from 4 or 5 years ago. No, since 2015, so yeah, it's been a while.
I think it's a plan that works. I don't think that's a realistic policy.
So why have you changed your mind now?
Because the issue has completely changed. When I said that, and back in 2013, when I was involved in immigration reform, we had 11, 12 million people that had been here for longer than a decade. Now we've had almost that number in the last 3 years alone from all over the world, including people that I believe are terrorists, people that I believe are going to conduct terrorist attacks in this country if given the opportunity, certainly people that were criminals in their home country. This is a completely different, this is not immigration. You asked me about immigration. This is mass migration. Mass migration. This is an invasion of the country, and it needs to be dealt with dramatically. And by the way, I'm not a big poll follower, but polls show most Americans agree with us on this.
And of course, that was an issue under former President Trump as well. There was just a bipartisan proposal that was put on the table that would put more funding into border enforcement as well as limiting asylum. Republicans walked away from that. But let me move on to my next question.
Well, no, we can't move on because that's not what that bill did. That bill also created asylum officers who right on the border will be able to give people asylum. And you give someone asylum right on the border without any appeal, no judge, nothing, just an asylum officer, they are on a path to citizenship. That's why I oppose that bill.
Your fellow Republican said it was the best deal that they had seen in a long, long time. But Senator,
which fellow Republican?
Senator Lindsey Graham, just to name Senator Lindsey Graham, just to name
Okay, well then I disagree with Lindsey. That's what he said. But I'm not in favor of asylum officers at the border that can issue asylum rulings right at the border.
And Senator James Langford, of course, negotiated.
The best question of them all, folks, as far as I'm concerned.
Look forward. Will you accept the election results of 2024, no matter what happens, Senator?
No matter what happens? No, if it's an unfair election, I think it's going to be contested by either side.
Senator, no matter who wins.
I think you're asking the wrong person. The Democrats are the ones that have opposed every Republican victory since 2000. Every single one. It's Hillary Clinton.
No Democrat has refused to concede. Hillary Clinton conceded. Senator, will you accept the election results?
Hillary Clinton said the election was stolen from her and that Trump was illegitimate. Kamala Harris agreed.
Senator,
we have Democrats now.
Senator, she conceded the election. She said that Trump was illegitimate. She said that the election had been stolen. Kamala Harris agreed. By the way, there are Democrats serving in Congress today who in 2004 voted not to certify the Ohio electors because they said those machines had been tampered with. And you have Democrats now saying they won't certify 2024 because Trump is an insurrectionist and ineligible to hold office. So you need to ask them. I think have you ever asked a Democrat this question on your show? I bet you've never asked a Democrat that question. Senator,
I bet she hasn't asked that question, folks. I bet she never will. I'm glad to see he put her in her place. He can talk as fast as she can. I'm glad the immigration question was asked as well. This is what we need to see, because this is not conservative media. This is Meet the Press. Millions of Sunday morning viewers watching NBC, wholeheartedly believing everything they see on the program, and then they see something as controversial as most likely our next vice president talk about things like immigration, how we're going to have to deport some people because he was trying to be civil before, but this is ridiculous. And as far as elections go, he's like the rest of us. If it ain't run right, we may contest it again. That's the way it is, folks. I'm glad he's at least ballsy enough, unlike most Republicans, to speak about the truth of the matter involving elections, immigration, and all the things that actually matter to the future of our country. Like, subscribe, and share to Devoted Patriots. Hope everybody's having a great day. General Flynn video just came out. You can buy it. You can rent it $5.99 on YouTube and Amazon. Cara Costanovo had an interview with General Flynn as well. I will bring you something about that most likely tomorrow or the next day, because I'm going to rent the movie tomorrow and watch it myself and give you a little bit of commentary about what I thought about it. And Vlad, if you don't know, Vlad, friend of mine, another great channel, American News Network or One Nation Under God. He actually got an interview with General Flynn earlier this week, so go check him out. One Nation Under God, American News Network, Vlad. Go check him out if you don't know the guy already. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.